We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Ladies and gentlemen,
hey,
this is Undercooked Rice. This is our premiere episode, our very first episode, and I'm honored to be here. My name is Adele Supreme. I am your host, and this is my co-host, Verby S.
What up, man? My name's Kyle. My rap name's Verbs. Yeah, man. It's going down.
And I'm sure most of you know, most of our viewers and listeners are already familiar with Verby S and what he's about. The Red Beanie, infamous. My name is Adele Supreme. For those of you who aren't familiar with who I am, I really don't enjoy giving myself titles. Most of you know me as an artist and natural hairstylist at the Mahogany Hair Revolution, owned by my beautiful sister, Dr. Carrie Williams. And so tonight we are getting into a conversation about spirituality and the role it plays in our craft. However, before we get into that, we're going to do a quick rundown of what's going down this weekend, rather. Kyle, I know you know about some shit because you always
G
know about
yeah, man. I'm
something going down.
I'm hosting this event. It's called Trap or Beats. It's at 799 Town Ave. It's performances by Curtis King, Noah James, Gavlin, SB Hooligans, Alpha MC, Pistol McFly, Ofrap, a bunch of people, man. It's a warehouse party, yo. $5. 799 Town Ave. I'm hosting. It's tight. Beats. Yeah.
Beats.
Warehouse party.
And also, tonight, Flying Lotus is performing at the Nokia Center. That starts at 8. Don't know if the tickets are sold out yet, but if not, you can try Ticketmaster. And if they're sold out, you are SOL, my friends. Also, tomorrow night, the Haunted House Shoes is going down. For those of you who don't know who House Shoes is, he is the infamous DJ of one of the greatest rap producers to ever live, or hip hop producers to ever live, rather, Jay Dilla. He's spinning tomorrow night at the Footsie's Bar from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Hip-hop, soul, and psych tracks are going to be spun by him, along with DJ Fat Albert Einstein. Costumes are preferred, however, they are not mandatory. And Footsie's is located on 2640 North Figueroa Street, Los Angeles, California, 90065.
I think it's in Highland Park.
Oh, word?
Is it?
Close.
I don't know.
Oh, close.
Never been.
It's basically off Avenue 26. Yeah.
And over in New York, The Weeknd and Funk Flex are throwing a party in Times Square at BB King's from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Hot damn, getting it in. Getting it in. So for those of you who are unaware of what Undercooked Rice is about, The purpose of the show is to give independent artists such as myself and our guest and my co-host a platform to share their opinions, beliefs, and perspectives on a wide variety of relatable and controversial topics. Candid, uncensored, raw, and undercooked conversations are going to be guaranteed to take place here every Friday night at 7 p.m. on LA Talk Live. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Undercooked Rice, like us on Facebook, Undercooked Rice. Follow us on Instagram, Undercooked Rice.
Everything.
everything.
We can curse.
We can. Hit him with it, Kyle.
Yeah, fuck ass.
All right.
Yeah. America.
Woo! He said America. Also, you can tweet us during the show at Undercooked Rice. If you have any questions or comments for our guests, tweet us at Undercooked Rice or call us at the station 323-247-7743. That's the number, right? Oh, that's not. Damn. 323-247-7443. Lying through my damn teeth. Again, that's 323-247-7743. If you have any questions or comments about what's going down here tonight in the studio. Today we're talking about what you believe in, the role of spirituality in not today's art, but in art, period. And here with us, we have 3 guests, 3 different talents, 3 different perspectives. So we're definitely going to allow for some colorful conversations to take place. But before we get into that, we're going to go into a quick commercial break. And we'll return and get into some controversial shit, talk about Jesus and
it's going down. Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, Santa Claus, Jack Skellington, Mickey Mouse, everything, man.
All right, we'll be back.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey.
Hi, LA. Are you getting out to vote on Tuesday, November 6th? I know I am. Hi, this is Julie Orlov of Pathways to Love, and I'm joining LA Talk Live in encouraging the citizens of Los Angeles to get out and vote on Election Day. As you know, this is one of the most important elections in our American history, and we need everyone in LA to register and have a voice on November 6th. Currently, the state of California has 6.5 million people eligible but not yet registered to vote. And about half of those voters live in LA County. So I'm joining the family here at LA Talk Live in encouraging you to register and vote on Tuesday, November 6th. And if you haven't yet registered, don't worry, you have until midnight, October 22nd, and you can now even register online. That's right, if you have a signature file online with the DMV or a state ID number, you can now register to vote at registertovote.ca.gov. And don't forget to join us here on Tuesday, November 6th for LA Get Out and Vote, our live Election Day coverage from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., where we are going to keep you tuned in exclusively to LA election news and poll coverage. All day, right here on LA Talk Live, where we are more than just talk.
Yeah.
It's your boy DJ Deezy, inviting you to join me every Monday night at 8 p.m. for our new show, Keeping It Real with the Cousins, exclusively on LA Talk Live, Monday nights at 8. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio or watch us on Ustream TV Monday nights at 8. Reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
So she looked at me like, let's go. I was like, where? She said, there. I was like, cool, Eskimo. I had on my furry hat. She said, you're so retro. I was like, I'm not sure what that means. Damn, you sexy though. Like extra though. Like professional. Like delectable. Can I get high off your edible? I didn't know how far I had to go to let her know how I feel about her, but I figured if I didn't tell her now, she'll never know. And you never know, she might just want me heterosexually. If that's the case, and I know a place where we better go overnight like Federal Express. Yes. We gon' have a show tonight, incredible success. Yes. Just watch. I'm seeing visions out my window, oh, but I can't touch them. Can't even function cause I'm drunk, I'm fucked up, I'm faded. Like what's up with these ladies? Come fuck with a young fake on the come up. And if you really wanna get lifted, don't even ask me, just come to the backseat. Drunk, I'm fucked up, I'm faded. Like what's up with these ladies? Come fuck with a young fake on the come up.
It's a young dumb looking dumb young. Turned up at your function.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the first track that was being played. That was Peep This by Q2 Infinity.
Hey, that's your cousin.
Yeah.
Oh,
LA
whoa.
producer doing
Let's
it
go.
big. That's one of my favorite tracks. Peep This off of his album Cuseum.
That's
you can
him.
listen to.
Oh.
What were you saying?
That's
Go
him
ahead.
rapping?
No, that's actually the group Beef.
Oh, those
Evan
are the homies
Washington's
too.
band. Yeah, that was Beef. That was their track Windows, featuring
man.
Sean Christopher, produced by Zealous Knock off their album Leaders of the Fake World. You can find them on SoundCloud.com/Beef. That is BEFF. Okay.
Yeah.
So, our third guest has yet to arrive. However, we're going to get things cracking without her, and hopefully she'll grace us with her presence within a few minutes. So again, the topic for today is spirituality and the role it plays in our craft. I wanted to bring this topic to the forefront because talks of religion and spirituality and the role it plays in our personal lives often take place within social settings. However, the aspect of these concepts that is hardly ever discussed is the role it plays in our craft. Some of us think about spirituality and religion more than others while we are creating. I know myself personally, I was raised in a Christian home. And, one thing that I was taught in my church and taught within my household was, as a Christian, whatever you do should be unto the glory of God. So, of course, when I was younger, I didn't really know what that meant. But as I got older, I was able to interpret that. And thus began the conflict for me as an artist. Whenever I began to paint and or write, I constantly thought about, what God might think about when I'm painting. You know the type of shit.
Yeah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad tells us. No, I'm joking.
I mean, I felt conflicted as an artist because,
Okay.
I don't believe in censorship when it comes to creative expression. I would paint pictures of naked women. I would write movies where the characters were violent, blasphemous, just assholes. You know what I mean? I'll never forget, and you've seen this before, Belvy. I created a drawing of a woman performing fellatio. Now, there was no nudity in the picture. However, it was being implied. There was a woman, her mouth was gaped open,
It's like,
saliva,
yeah.
hand on the back of her head.
Wieners, yeah.
There were no wieners in the picture.
Word.
No nudity. However, the act of fellatio was being implied. And on the side, it said, tastes like chicken. Okay, it was probably the first risque, raunchy, obscene painting I've ever done. And the first person I showed it to was my Aunt Joanne, who is a super duper Christian. But I didn't care. I'm like, hey, Aunt
Super
Joanne, look at
duper.
this. And I unrolled it, and the look on her face, priceless. So that's been my conflict. Of course, and there are moments where I feel conviction, but it's hard to censor that and bury that. You know what I mean? What about you, Kyle? How are you raised? Were you raised in a religious home?
I mean, I used to go to a Bible study. I mean, I used to go to church. I mean, I didn't really ride with it too tough. But I don't know. I was into science fiction and stuff, and every time I try to talk about aliens, like they'd like get mad at me and like
Your Christian family would get mad at you about the
not my
aliens?
family, just my crazy Christian extremist neighbors. They used
Oh.
to take us in a bus to the Bible study on Slauson near the Buddha Market. We used to go to that one all the time. And yeah, I don't know. My mom was just on some like, she used to go to Agape. She used to go to like religious science places, and she used to like meditate and stuff. I don't know. She's all over the place.
So she was a little more free spirited.
Yeah. Like she used to get down with Christianity, but then she don't like it because she says like it's just a control mechanism for white people, man.
Right.
And then she started reading the Quran. My mom was all over the place, dude.
Yeah,
She was
and
this
I
crazy
was
lady.
raised. My upbringing was the total opposite. I mean, my mother, rest in peace. I mean, she was by the book. I mean, shoot, my father would make us have devotion every single morning, 6 a.m.
Like, dressed up.
Devotion?
Yeah.
No, we'll be in our PJs, breath funky, eyes crusty. You know what I'm saying? But it went down. We rarely went to church, but yeah, we live by the laws of God. And I even today I deal with some inner conflict. So to jump things off, I'm going to allow my guests to introduce themselves. Here with us right now, we have the very well-dressed, very handsome Sense Music representing.
What's good, everybody?
Yay,
Olay,
Sense. That's my friend. My friends dress so awesome.
Thank you.
And we have my very, very good friend of 10 years, photographer, lyricist. Don't shake your fucking head. Brandon Belvy Banks here with us today.
Don't remind me. That's been 10 years. Good Lord.
Is it?
He loves
Is
it.
it?
He loves me.
10 years.
He's been in denial for the past 10 years, but it's
10-year
all good.
migraine.
We're moving forward. And our third, I can't believe you.
Ibuprofen.
All right, that's another conversation for another day. And our third guest, model K-Fly, she's not here with us at the moment. Hopefully she'll be walking through the
She
door
just
shortly.
asked me what suite number.
Okay, so she should be walking in very shortly.
She's got to be fashionably late.
She might come in here bling blinging. I won't.
Crystal. 1,000 things on her arm, jangling, bangling.
Bangles.
With some lavender hair. Y'all.
Bow.
Bow. Dude.
So since
Yes.
yes. I'm assuming you were raised Christian, but were you?
Yeah, pretty
Tell
much.
us
for the
about
most
your
part.
upbringing and how that affects you today as a rapper.
Well, I mean, it affects everything that I do for the most part as a rapper. I think the difference for me was, I don't know, I grew up Christian, but I grew up in a house with all women and no father. So it was like I grew up on the east side of South Central Los Angeles. So it's like those two extremes, you know what I mean, were kind of like a little weird. But yeah, I grew up in a Christian household, and I mean, I still rep, of course, Christianity to this day.
Yeah, you be rapping in churches.
Yeah, I rap everywhere.
I've seen
I
it.
rap churches,
Ew.
clubs, bars.
How does that work?
It doesn't matter. I mean, well, I have a live band, and then I do a lot of stuff with this all-white alternative group called Uncle Daddy, which is like super dope because they're all acoustic instruments and classical instruments, and they play like this alternative rock music. And then me and my boy Noah Needleman, who is an acoustic guitarist, we have a project coming out. And so, like I said, I don't want my music to be classified for a specific belief of people. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everybody is looking to be inspired. That's why I call myself an inspirational hip hop artist. I mean, God is my base and God is my forefront, but reality exists. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how do I exist in this reality that I live every day? You know what I mean? That wants me to make certain decisions. But it's like, where am I morally? What am I going to do?
Right.
And of course, it's a struggle. So I talk about the struggle of it.
Or have you ever felt the urge to cuss in a song? I've listened to all your music, and you have not said one four-letter word.
The urge to do it. Once I made the commitment not to do it, I literally lost the desire. I literally lost the desire for it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm writing, because I don't write physically. Like I don't get a pen and a paper and write. I get a beat, and as I'm walking and on my day, a song comes to my mind or words, and no curse words when I'm writing. comes to my mind because it's just like, I don't know, I programmed myself not to do it. I wanted everybody to experience my music.
Well, maybe not even swear words, but have you ever felt the need, or not even the need, but have you ever felt the need to talk about things that are of this world?
I do.
What that means.
I talk about everything.
Right.
You know, if people really took the time to listen to my music, you know, I talk about relationships, I talk about politics, you know what I mean? I talk about just me, you know what I mean, and me trying to make this decision. I just had a kid 2 years ago, and I'm not married. You know what I mean? And
you know what that means.
Yeah, of course. So I just had a child out of wedlock. So it's like everything that I endured in that experience, as far as people talking about me, you know what I mean, and don't know what I'm going through, won't pay for Similac, won't buy, no Pampers, you know what I mean, won't pay to send my son to school, but they have an opinion about my life.
Right.
But I also had to respect the fact that when you put yourself in the forefront, you're putting people in a position to have an opinion.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have to be strong enough to say, okay, well, in this wrestling match of my life, if I'm honest with myself, I call it the beauties of the ugly truths. So if I'm honest with myself, nobody else can tell me about what I'm doing, and it scare me because I'm already being honest with myself. I'm telling on myself. So you can't tell them, you can't hold anything over my head.
Right. And I agree with that. I'm all about honesty, keeping it real, keeping it raw. And the judgment will come whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
People always have something to say.
Exactly.
Belvy, what about you? I know you are, just knowing you on a personal level, I know you dealt with conflict throughout the years on a spiritual level. So where are you today, and how does that affect you as a rapper and photographer? You be taking pictures of booties and stuff. What's that about?
See, that's such a you thing to say, is that I'm taking pictures of booty. Now, when I take the pictures, I view them as artistic pieces.
Absolutely.
You over here drawing fellatio have demeaned my,
hey, tomato.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I wrestle with it because I grew up in, staunchly Christian household, like, really most African Americans. And, with the whole singing thing, I was put in the church, bow, get on the choir, start singing.
Right.
And so it's like you need to have a spiritual aspect of your life almost at all occasions. But the older I got, the more I found it trivial. Now, I didn't find God trivial. I didn't find believing in a higher power trivial. I found the process, the idea of religion, this, you do this, this method to the madness trivial. And I said, well, where's the sincerity in it? If I'm doing all of this in this rigid pace and this is the structure to it, where's the sincerity? Where's me saying this is my genuine one-on-one relationship with God or a higher power, with the case, whatever the case may be. So where I started to, Hulk Hogan wrestle with it was when it came to things like the Bible. The Bible is the manuscript, that is the doctrine, that is the guideline for all Christians. This is how you live your life.
Right.
But when I read things in the Bible, certain things in the Bible just kind of, what? That's not, come on.
Like what?
Well, yeah, I'm curious to know, like what? Like what?
I love this because I have this discussion with my mom all the time. I sit down and I talk to my mom and I just look at her like, Mom, keep it real.
Because she's
my mom is
hardcore Christian.
She's every Sunday at church, blah blah blah, the whole thing,
and
in
you
the
just
choir,
at home doing nothing,
watching football.
Right.
Bow. Go Raiders. I don't know.
Raiders? Really?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for a team to come back to LA. Don't get me back on that. But I sit down with my mom and I said, Mom, be real. Noah's Ark wasn't real. And she's like, no, what are you talking about? Noah's Ark was real. There was really a boat. And I said, Mom, okay, but wait, you read the Bible like, front to back. You read every inch and nook of the Bible. Okay, so you know, is that K?
The Space Queen.
Pay attention. Focus.
Hold on. When Crystal comes in, it's hard to focus. All right. Anyway, so grab a seat right there, bro. All right. So I said, Mom, you read the Bible just like front to back. So you know every script of the Bible. You know that it doesn't actually say 2 by 2. It says 2 genders, but it's actually 7 of each gender for clean animals and 5 of each gender for unclean animals.
Okay.
What boat on God's green earth was ever made that big that can fit whether it be herbivore, carnivore, prey animal, right? Not only that, but then never see a remnant of it. To this day, we have dinosaur bones from millions of years ago. You tell me a boat that a man made hundreds of thousands of years ago we can't find?
Okay, so let me say it like this. So when I look at everything from the Bible, right?
Sure.
I look at it from I'm a history buff, like I love history.
Understood.
So I look at everything from an historical perspective. Like you got to look at everything in a chronological timeline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I look at the things that were built at that time, right? When you look at and I agree, there should be something here, and I think that maybe along the time of the as time goes on, they'll find something. But if you look at the size of different things that were made, the pyramids, you know what I mean? Like the extravagance of those things. They got Carnival cruise ships, you know what I mean? Now,
sure.
they have those ships that if they wanted to make something that big, they could.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they had things that were made and they were felt. Now, for me, of course, there are some stories that are a little bit like, whoa.
Incredulous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. But for me, I look at it from a perspective of inspiration. You know what I mean? Like how bold are people nowadays, right? To go against the grain of what society says, right? To do something because they felt like God told them to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I believe that we were created by the Creator to be creative. But so many people follow that they're not willing to create their own arc.
See, my thing is when I read that story, I don't want to go too far because I know you.
No, I'm.
You're good.
Just a squirrel trying to get a nut in your world. Let's get it in.
Whoa.
Oh wait, we have a caller. We have a caller who has
Really?
something to say about what y'all been saying.
Oh man,
clearly.
shit just got real.
y'all been just going on and on. This conversation took a totally different direction, but I'm enjoying it, and clearly our caller is too. Caller, what's going on? You called into Undercooked Rice.
Hey, what's up? I'm trying to get on the radio. What's the deal?
Who's this? Who is
Hey,
this?
what's up? What's happening though? Like, where YJ at?
Who?
YJ?
Wajay. Where are you calling from?
YJ. Younger Valley.
Oh, that was the segment
That was the
before
show
us.
before. That was Dane's World. That ended at 6:50, sweetie. We thought you ain't got nothing to say about Christianity and Jesus Christ.
Christian Young and Jesus Christ. Yes, I am a true believer.
There you
what's
go.
up. Well, there you go. But that's not. This isn't about Christianity, though. I'm just yanking your chain. But thank you for calling.
Oh, thank you. Do y'all give out prayers on over here?
No, this isn't a Christian show. This isn't a Christian show. We over here having
Hey, what's
some
your name?
debate.
I'll pray for you, love. It's all good.
My name is BJ.
BJ, I got you. My name is Sense Music, and I'm going to definitely pray for you, BJ.
I knew you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless y'all.
God bless you
All
as
right,
well.
take care, baby.
I knew you were holy sent. You in here fronting like.
Nah, I'm not. See. No, honestly, let me say the difference between for me is like I think it's a big difference between religion and relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the difference between, to me, religion and relationship. It's like when you have a direct connection with God, because I see a lot of stuff in church, and I'm just like, wow, like you really believe that? Because some people come in and they lose their mind, like throw it in the trash. And I don't believe that you should do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's a relationship. You got to be realistic at all times.
Right.
Like you always have to be on your P's and Q's. You can't let anybody take advantage of you. I don't care what level, because it's corruption in everything.
Right.
Politics, religion, music, movies. It's corruption in everything. But if you're on your P's and Q's, nobody can take advantage of you.
Right. And do you?
Wait, so
You have something to say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. So we're not talking about Noah's Ark anymore. So I can case that argument, right?
No, we'll chop it up. We'll chop it up about
Okay,
that.
all right.
We'll chop it up
Yeah,
about that.
So yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then when we return, our third guest finally came in. We're
Okay.
gonna join her in the conversation. So we'll be back.
Yo.
We'll be right back. Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call, inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Starlet Quarles, and I'm inviting you to join us every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for a new show right here on LA Talk Live, The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People. Join us as we discuss the topics that are relevant to today's generational leaders. So don't forget to tune in to The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People, every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. right here on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Nick Cordelai Corte, inviting you to join me Sundays at 10 a.m. right here on LA Talk Live for our all-new show, People Are Talking. Join us as we offer you a weekly dose of fresh perspectives with in-studio guests, hot topics in the world of politics and pop culture, and the voices of everyday people impacted by the political issues coming to a ballot box near you. So don't forget to tune in to People Are Talking exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, watch us on Ustream.tv, or even catch us under the Radio Flags app under ILATK. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Welcome back to Undercooked Rice. I am your host, Adele Supreme. This is my wonderful co-host, Verby S.
Oh, shit, man.
And our third guest just graced us with her gorgeous presence.
Space Queen.
We just finished a conversation. We didn't finish, but we started off but turned into not a debate, but I guess conversation between Sense and Belvy about the existence and the story of Noah's Ark.
It's a friendly roast.
That was interesting.
There was no debate.
It was it wasn't. It was just
a friendly roast.
It was a friendly roast.
It was banter. It was straight banter.
But here now is our wonderful, beautiful model visionary, K-Fly. I don't know what she wants me to call her today. K-Fly, Cobra, Christianelle. It changes every week.
It changes every month.
Changes every week, every month. What do you want us to call you today?
What do you feel?
Damn.
See, this is why I brought her on the show. She's
What do you
so
feel?
ethereal. I feel like calling you Crystal.
Okay, I like that.
All right. So yeah, we started off the conversation asking about our upbringings, whether we were raised in religious homes or not. What about you? How were you raised?
I was raised in the church. Like, I went to church every Sunday from 8 a.m. to like
late at night.
Ooh,
like
one of
we
those.
went to
Jesus
the morning
Christ, dude.
service,
Oh.
the next
Golly.
morning service, and stayed to feed the homeless and stayed for the night service.
And what about today? Are you still doing those practices or?
Well, I love my church. I love my pastor, Bishop Noah Jones.
Hey, City of Refuge!
Yep.
High five from afar. Woo, that's my church too.
Wow.
Yes. So
Oh, that
I
was cute.
really actually
Yeah,
like.
that was real emotionally attractive right there. Like,
If you could, did you see Carol's face?
Yeah.
We had a girl moment. We're girls.
Okay.
We do those
A
things.
spiritual-
So continue.
A spiritual girl moment.
Yeah, I've always loved children's church. Like, got dressed in cute Sunday school dresses and frilly socks, and we were separated in classes by age groups. So it was very like school-like children's church. But I don't know, it was cool. Like, I liked it.
And so, what about the structure of religion? Because that's something that Belvy expounded on. That's something he just can't seem to get with. I know personally, I know that you're more of a spiritual being. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've learned a lot, like, especially taking a humanities class, and I was introduced to Joseph Campbell. And Joseph Campbell is the guy that was that influenced. Oh my God. What? Okay, he had an interview at the Skywalker Ranch. Who's the guy that did Star Wars?
George Lucas.
He
Oh,
influenced
okay.
George Lucas to do
Okay.
Star Wars.
Okay.
And I.
That was.
She wants a nice
That
flavor
laugh,
of the
oh
brown
my God.
lightsaber.
Mace Windu, yeah.
Bow.
You guys are so retarded.
And
Lucas, yeah. Sorry.
yeah, George Lucas, Joseph Campbell. You can check out like the interview he did an interview with Bill Maher at the Skywalker Ranch actually.
Okay.
And this guy was raised a Catholic, but grew up to study mythology, all Native American mythology, Eastern mythology, like religions all over the world.
Right. Okay.
And he was also into Carl Jung.
Okay.
And so like this opened my world
Okay.
to the fact that he really stressed that we get in trouble when we take our own religion mythology as the sole basis of existence.
Okay.
Like today we kind of need new mythologies. We need new rituals, we need new initiations and
kind of like
rites of
adapt with the time?
passage. Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Let's just start a religion and guap out.
Of course.
Like Scientology. What's up, dude?
Sounds
Religion
like-
everywhere.
Sounds like a good idea.
Make some money.
But one thing I want to touch on is what's been taking place in music, the injury, and
Gaga.
a lot of the anti-religious messages that are being displayed in music today.
She go hard.
Some people say that inverted crosses, images of the Baphomet, blasphemous lyrics, and demonic imagery has become a huge trend in music, fashion, and art, and is no longer considered taboo. So it would be safe to say for each of us, whether you are a believer in God or not, these images stir up some sort of emotion in you internally. So since how do you feel when you see
Upside down crosses on Odd Future t-shirts.
and yeah, right,
Bow.
or I'm sure you're familiar with who Odd Future is and the whole Tyler
they're
Creator
tight.
movement.
They're tight.
Wow. Well, we were just talking, me and Belvy, on the break about just growing up in a home, without consistent guidance. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have, like, rap music raised me for the most part because I didn't have a father. And because, like, I rebelled against religion, like, I was so angry at my circumstance and my situation that I was just looking to be loved. Nobody loved me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody loved me. Nobody told me that they loved me. My mom was addicted to crack till I was 22 years old, 24 years old. I met my father at his funeral. So it was like, for me, like, I understood what it was to go through something, like to have a hardship. Growing up in the hood, being chased home because I didn't want to be put on to Swans or be a Blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
wow.
When I look at people who are willing to go to the extreme and whatever they believe, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But my question is, how comfortable are you when the cameras aren't around? You know what I'm saying? Like, how good do you sleep at night? You know what I'm saying? When you and that's me. If you're gonna do something, do whatever you want to do. If you don't believe in nothing, you still believe in something, because it takes a belief in nothing to believe in something. Does that make sense?
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? So for me,
Kyle is bewildered.
I know. I was really waiting for you to say bow. Like I said that because I felt like that was the point.
So I say that to say I'm wondering like how good are these dudes sleeping at night? Because it's like when I look at the industry as a whole, it's demonic driven. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like they talk about everything that we struggle from, and everything that we struggle from is what's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, Chris, how do you feel? Because when I first said Tyler the Creator and Our Future, you said, yeah, they're tight.
Hey,
well,
them niggas got raps.
I mean, it's to be honest, it's like you have to go through hell to get to heaven, and I feel like that God speaks through symbols, through colors, through words, through whatever, like whatever comes to you, those are your messages, those are your symbols, those are your signs. Right. And I also feel that we are to be a human being is to be everything. And to not be so crazy, but to be crazy, I feel like we are God and we are the devil. You have to accept both sides of you. Right. You have to embrace your nightmares. Mm-hmm. You have to embrace the things that scare you. Right. Because that's gonna get you to the other side. You're at the other side when you can look back and smile.
Yin and yang.
I fucking went through that shit and whatever.
That's crazy. Yeah. I'm sorry to jump in, but it's crazy what Kyle just mentioned, the yin and yang, because you look at a lot of cultures, a lot of religious-based societies, and they mention dichotomy like that, like the yin and the yang.
Duality. As above, so below.
You need everything. You need it. That's what you absolutely need evil to separate good from it. Like you need.
You wouldn't know one without the other.
You wouldn't know it.
Yeah, just like heroes need villains, villains need heroes.
Yep.
Wow. How they always say, like, if it didn't rain, how could you appreciate the sun? You know what I mean? Like you need that dichotomy.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand that, but it's like, which one is accepted more? You know what I'm saying? Like the negative aspect of it all. Like, okay, you say that we're Satan and we're the devil and we're God. Like we're the same. The trichotomy of man is you are a soul, you have a soul, or you are a spirit that has a soul that lives in a body, right? That's what the trichotomy of man says. So if we all have a soul, which is our spiritual connection, which God is a spirit. Right? Yeah. So if we have that spiritual connection, without a spirit, you're just a soul and a man, right? So you pretty much don't know how to process your emotion and your feelings. Since we all have a spirit, you got to really pretty much shut down that aspect of you to just go to the extreme. Now, to the dudes that do it, okay, cool. But what about those people who are not strong enough to separate those two things and start to follow everything that this dude says? Like Slim Shady, he talked about killing his girlfriend and slapping his mom so many times. What about those dudes that really did it because he was their role model and he did it?
They're looking in the mirror, rapping the lyrics, like
words,
boxing and shit.
Words have so much power in them. You could speak life or death.
True.
Yeah, man.
And music,
manifestation.
And people do that. And music is definitely the most influential art form in the world.
It's like
programming.
It's like that thing that
we make programming.
It's like that thing where somebody goes up to somebody and says, "Hey, do you like music?" Like, what? That's a stupid question.
Fuck
of course,
that.
Everybody
only
likes
silence
music.
when I go home. Like that. Fuck music. Fuck rhythm. Right down with that shit, yo.
It's like music, food, sex. Those are the three things that you can almost universally say every human being
enjoys.
Is addicted to.
They like.
Music,
they enjoy.
Yeah. Never mind. Chill out. But I was going to jump on a point that you said there, because the thing is, the way I look at these things, when people have like blasphemous imagery, blasphemous talk, they have negative, sinful kind of, anecdotal statements and stuff like that. The way I look at those things is like this. Everybody has their own religion. So maybe for those who speak blasphemously, that's their thing. Satanists, so on and so forth.
But is that a sign of
the
times?
Look who made up the word blasphemous. Like the Catholic Church. The biggest fucking criminals, like what?
It's
like
the biggest mafia on the planet,
yo.
Hands down,
cold,
that's the Nostra right there.
It's like you gotta do more research as human beings. study of words and history and where everything comes from, anthropology. Like, you got to be an investigator on this planet
And
for
Carol,
yourself.
Carol, you asked, is that a sign of the times? I don't think it's a sign of the times. I think that's just human nature. That has been evident since the dawn of man.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we are.
What-
we are
yeah.
both fucking beautiful and fucking
Fucking
awful.
ugly.
Yeah.
Just
Hideous.
Fucking nasty,
We're monsters.
diseased,
But
Just
do you guys
consumers,
do you guys think
planetary
that
cancer.
do you guys think
Oh,
that
sorry.
artists that convey a more anti-religious message are more socially accepted?
This
Is it becoming
You know
becoming
what?
a
You know
trend?
what? You know what? Honestly, what I think it is. What I honestly think it is. I think we're so inundated with it now because there's much more exposure. There's
and
the
that's,
internet.
And that, my friend,
Whoa.
is the
Magic.
problem. I
What,
think
exposure?
that we as beings are becoming so conditioned and so immune to these images of violence and all these anti-religious images and martial law and this Illuminati shit, that the moment that does go down, the moment that does manifest, we're gonna be like, oh, it's nothing. Yeah.
So you're predicting right
police
now.
can kick in my door
You're
and
predicting
fucking
right
seize
now
me and my
that-
belongings, and it's all good.
You're predicting that the Illuminati and all secret societies are gonna. Is that what
No,
you-
I'm not predicting anything.
Oh.
But one thing I am doing is I am projecting from what I believe to be true, which is
Mhm.
what's prophesied in the Bible.
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse.
And I do believe that a lot of what's going down is a sign of the times. I don't think it's a coincidence that children as young as 12 are drawing upside down crosses on their foreheads during playtime and getting called home for that. I don't think it's any coincidence. And I'm sure
You know
keep
what?
a nod in your head. I'm sure. What do you have to say about
That
this?
that happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
it has. It's a trend. You know how when you're in class,
Do they
you
listen to
write
Odd
shit on your-
Future?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, then that's why.
Yeah,
Because
that's my point.
But them,
Boom.
for them, it's a joke. It's a game. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like,
it's
yeah.
Rochambeau. It's like we're just having
like,
fun.
I
blah,
just
blah,
cursed
blah.
in class.
And that's the unfortunate thing, though.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
a little bit more refreshing when you have your parents grilling all of this information into you, but you have adults making more just like prevalent everyday life mistakes. And it's like, you're telling me don't do this, but you're doing this. So let me do what I want to do.
Right.
You have something to say?
I'm a parent. You know what I'm saying? I have a son, and for me, like, it would behoove me as a father to say to my son, do what you want to do. As a father, like, to me, as my son was coming, there were these fatherly instincts that started to build up in me that I didn't even know where they were coming from, because I didn't have a father. So I was like, dang, how do I know how to take care of this being? And I don't even know what the structure of being a father is. So I can't see myself telling my son, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. And when he sees me, I got a 40 in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Because my son mimics everything I do. When I cough and put my hand to my mouth, he mimics it. When I'm at my show and the mic, I can show you a video right now. My son singing because he saw his father
You're
do
his
it.
example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So it's up to the parent to be responsible. See, the parents are putting too much responsibility on everybody else and not taking it for themselves. They want to blame TV, music. But if you monitor what your kids listen to and watch, or explain to them from a healthy understanding, instead of saying, well, we don't want to talk about that right now. Nah, keep it 100.
Yeah, be real with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told my mom I wanted to smoke a blunt. My mom was like, all right. My mom went, got a double chronic, broke half of it down, rolled it up. When I went to light it, she was like, slapped it on my hand, slapped me and said, don't ever smoke anything that you didn't see rolled up. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
So
that's gangster, yo. That's so tight.
But because my mother was addicted to crack cocaine,
It's a different.
she knew the devils. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, you know what? Because I know this exists and my mom never showed me the worst, I'm going to show it to my son and have him make a healthy, conscious decision.
That's crazy that you said that, because that's that dichotomy again, man. Like that from the ugliness of her being addicted to crack, you learn something beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Early.
You learn
Early.
something absolutely
And so
beautiful.
did she, because she's been clean and sober for the past
God
10
bless her.
years. You know
God
what I'm
bless her.
saying?
Yeah.
But it took her to go there for her to know, not to tell you, to
Right,
show you
right.
how not to go there properly. She
But
knew exactly.
everybody doesn't have to go there.
They don't have to go there.
Experiences and I was just saying earlier, we don't believe in counseling as a people,
I
black
heard
people.
you say that. That is a very
we
important
don't
point.
we don't believe in counseling. If I told my homeboys, hey, let's go to counseling, they would probably crack jokes and be like, oh, this dude, he crazy, something wrong. He
Right.
need to go to a shrink.
There's a very racial component to that. There's
Exactly.
a
That
very
is
racial
crazy.
component.
Why is that, man?
Because
It's not instituted. Like in black and in
Society.
Latino households, it is not instituted the idea of communication.
Exactly.
Of communication and being open and discussing
Keep
things.
it to yourself.
Being
Yeah.
emotionally honest and verbally vomiting.
Like, stop being a bitch. Like,
And,
you
and,
know,
and,
like,
and, and, and I
it.
think and I think that's
Crazy.
why when Frank Ocean came out of the closet, that was so monumental, because I think, to my knowledge, he was the first and only black individual in the industry to
come
come out and say, I mean,
I think
like
the
Queen Latifah,
first-
we kind of assume, okay.
I think the first one to come out at the prime of his career. Most of them come out, much later
But
on.
has anyone ever said I'm homosexual? Queen Latifah's never said it.
No.
And other
Not that I'm
black
aware of.
homosexuals
not
never
and
said it. We
drop
just
not and
assume.
drop their album 2 weeks later.
Because
yeah, he's like, I'm gay. Listen
Bam,
to dope
here
music.
goes my album.
Yeah.
Everybody buy it.
That's
Fuck
called
everybody. I'm
genius.
free.
There's no room for that. There's no room for that in urban music, because urban music obviously comes, much of our ideals, whether we like to admit it or not, sinful or not, much of our ideals come from like church-based ideals.
Right.
And in the church, homosexuality is demonized, absolutely demonized. So
Oh wow! Have you been to church lately?
I mean, dude.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no. I know
there'd
what
be
you mean.
some
No, I'm
I know what you mean,
not-
because I grew up in the church with a gay church choir.
Yeah, and I'm not judging.
or a gay
I'm not
church
judging.
choir director.
I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm saying right now it's socially acceptable.
And so absolutely.
Right now.
That
Right.
I would agree is a change of the time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass crashed and lost his leg when he was in a car accident.
Yep.
There was a man
Yep.
between his legs.
Yep.
Bow.
So
Yep.
I had no idea.
Eddie Murphy.
What a way to go.
Eddie Murphy got caught
You were
with the
learning.
transvestite. So it's like homosexuality in entertainment has always existed. Tupac said Quincy Jones
Yeah,
made
I
a
heard,
pass
I
at
heard
him.
about that.
You
yeah.
know, so it's like
Oh.
he talked about Dre and a
Like,
lot of
I'ma
this
have that.
promiscuity. So what I mean by that
I
is,
like you.
in order to be evil,
And I want you.
in order to be evil, you really like if we were to go into these environments of these dudes who talk about all of this anti-God stuff, they're getting so drunk and high,
Coked out their mind.
poked out their minds.
Right.
Gnarly drugs.
They've disconnected themselves from who they really are.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when
There's totally a disconnect. There's
yes,
totally.
So when you go to the extreme of using these drugs who are man-made to cause you to think outside of the being of the person that you are, and then you get addicted to that stuff and you start to take it all the time, you become who that person is.
Absolutely.
Sense Music and Nakia are totally different. And I wouldn't even date a woman.
Yeah, they are.
I wouldn't even date a woman.
Whoa.
Not even. Come on now.
No, I wasn't.
Wait,
no,
hold on.
I wasn't even going.
Rewind.
Whoa.
We're totally different.
Your woes are so
My
suspect.
name is Sense Music, but my real name is Nakia.
Oh, so you're
My-
saying you're
Yeah,
different.
they're two different people.
It's like the Clark Kent Superman thing.
Exactly, so to
Exactly.
speak, you know,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't
In so
even,
many ways.
Nakia wears sweatpants.
Oh,
And Nakia in Sense Music, this is how he
I
dresses.
like that name.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
dope.
cute.
Kia. That's cool.
No,
godly.
the guys can't say that. Just
Oh,
young
okay.
ladies.
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Yeah, that
Kyle
name.
can
yeah.
say that though.
The
Yeah.
deep voice. I
That
don't
name
know.
was alright, dog. I don't know. How should I read?
Too much shit was funny right there.
Right.
much.
Right.
Right. So, how do we as artists? How do we, find a healthy medium that allows us to come together despite our religious beliefs? Because I feel as though, that it hasn't gone down here, but I feel like whenever talks of spirituality and religion take place, it tends to divide people. So,
Yeah.
Because
Crystal,
people are
what?
cowards.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, basically, I've come to understand that even within this verse, 1 John 4:8 is if you don't know whosoever does not know love does not know God, and that's just it. We are the hands of God in this world, and your service to each human being, the people that you meet on the streets, your friends, it's just to show them love, to show them appreciation, to make somebody smile, to like brighten somebody's day. And if you've done that, you've done your job. You've created peace, you've created harmony, and hopefully somebody helps you out with dealing with your own personal demons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
what
that's
do you-
all.
Got to be a conduit of positivity, man.
Right. I know,
Yeah.
and Kyle, I know you come
Manifest
across,
Yeah.
I know, and Verbs, I know you meet different people of different walks of life
Yeah.
all the time, different backgrounds, spiritual and religious backgrounds. Has that had any influence on you? Because I know you're kind of
On my music?
Yeah, your music, just personally, in your personal life as well.
Shoot, I don't know, man. I don't really talk about religion that much with people. I kind of have my own like beliefs. Like I believe in myself more than anything, and I just try to do good things. And I just like, I put words into action, and I make stuff. Like,
right.
I don't know, man.
You're doing your job.
And yeah, I don't have no set religion, but like, yeah, I just believe in humans.
Yeah,
and
you believe in humans.
Good vibes, dude. Yeah,
You believe in love?
Yeah, I believe in love for sure.
Do you believe in a thing called love?
Yeah, I do.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
I knew where he was going with that. But Kyle, do you believe in God?
Man, I believe we're all God.
Yes.
I feel like the God force is everywhere, and like we're a part of it.
5%.
It's like, I read the knowledge of self.
I'm just asking. Yeah.
No, I read the knowledge of self and I applied it to my life. But I didn't study the lessons or nothing. Like I just like I read it and I was like, oh, this is dope. I'm down. But some of the stuff is kind of like black extremist science fiction shit.
Supremacist.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like the black Scientology.
Dog, it low key is like lightweight, but
like the black Scientology.
There's good stuff in it, and the thing I take from it the most is like always do your research and don't take things at face value.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing that I was like, all right, this is dope. I'm glad I read this.
And I know
that. What's today's mathematics?
Right, and I know one thing as a Christian,
like,
sometimes we get, maybe for the lack of a better word, I'll say we get condemned when we desire to seek outside of the Bible for further knowledge and further understanding.
Absolutely.
I know when I've spoken to friends and family that are Christians, and I say, well, I'm going to study up on X, Y, and Z, and I don't quite believe, A, B, C. They're like, wait a minute, what do you mean? That's not okay. You don't question God. You're going to hell for that.
When I was in church, I always got hit with the phrase worldly.
Yeah.
Like that's worldly.
Right,
don't associate with those worldly beliefs and worldly ideas. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold
my
on.
2 feet are on the ground.
This is where I'm at.
Yeah, but people get it misconstrued. Like even if you believe in Jesus, right? Jesus came and went straight to the hood. You know what I'm saying? He went straight to the project. He was born amongst like animals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for me when I look at like I said, I don't really do religion because I got friends who are Protestant, I got friends who are Baptist, I got friends who are some of everything. I worked next to a dude who was didn't believe in God for years, and he's one of the best morally sound people that there are. But I also challenge that and say that if you believe in love, God is love.
Right,
you know
exactly.
And so it's hard to kind of disconnect what God is from the phrase that we kind of use. You know what I'm saying, for our own understanding.
Exactly, and you guys all made fantastic points. I learned a lot. I'm sure Belvie did, Crystal did,
yes.
Well, obviously I did.
Kyle's always absorbing. That's it for our show tonight, you guys. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Do any of you guys have any links you want to drop for the people, for our listeners?
No.
What about you, Sense?
Yeah, all day.
Drop those links for us, brother.
Sense Music, SENSMUSIQ. You know what I mean? .com. Go to my Twitter, my Facebook, Sense Music, SENSMUSIQ, all day. Download free music.
Dope. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Undercooked Rice. Like us on Facebook, Undercooked Rice. It's a movement going down. We'll be back here next week with more controversial SHIT to discuss amongst some colorful people. Not as colorful as Crystal.
Bow.
Bow.
Bang, bang.
Be sure to follow Kyle. Hit him with your links, Kyle.
verbsisthehomie.com. That's my website. You go there. Yeah, everything Verbs is the homie on the internet is me.
So should I say
holler
mine?
at your boy.
Yeah. And you can follow me on Twitter.
Undercooked Rice.
All right. Peer pressure for advertisement.
We'll be back next week.
All right. We'll see you again next week, you guys. Same place, LATalkLive.com, 7 p.m. And we are out.
Chia.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.